Hi everybody, Puppy Linux World here. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is part 2 in our Linux Mint series. My apologies for the videos not coming up a little bit quicker, but I've just been absolutely stacked out with work. It's just been absolutely manic. But hopefully we can now have a chance to get this series on its way and running how it should be running. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on my Windows XP machine. Windows XP, as you know, is about to expire in terms of support for it from Microsoft. I believe it's April of next year. So then you've either got to continue with it unsupported, or you have to go out and buy Windows 7 or Windows 8 if your machine will run it and do the upgrade and all the rest of it, load of hassle, or you can migrate to a completely free operating system and never have to worry about licenses or anything else or support expiring ever again. Of course, this series we're going to upgrade and migrate completely over onto Linux Mint. Now, I just want to say before we start, I am in no way responsible for any issues or problems that you may suffer. You do this purely of your own accord. Okay, so you are responsible for anything you do on your computer. This whole series is merely a guide to help you through it. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is back everything up. How am I going to do that? Well, you don't need to take a full machine backup. Just click Start and click My Computer. Double left click your C drive and then double left click Documents and Settings. Now these folders in here are all the users with all their files and folders in that you want to save and back up. As you can see, mine's called Steve. I'm the only user on this computer. So how are you going to do that? Very, very simple. You can either just plug in a USB drive or a thumb drive, etc, etc. Copy that whole folder to that thumb drive, job done. Copy the whole folder to a USB drive, job done. Copy the whole folder to a network drive on another computer, job done. Or you can copy that whole folder to an online service such as Google Drive, such as Dropbox, such as SkyDrive, whatever you want to use. But you need to make a full backup of any user's folders which contain all their files on your XP system before you start. As you can see, if you hover your pointer over the folder, it will tell you how big that folder and all the files are contained within it. So you need to make sure whatever device you're using, be it cloud, be it network, or be it a USB drive, that you've got enough storage space. Mine's 16 gig, so I'm not going to be uploading it to a free 2 gig Google account. But nevertheless, I will just copy all mine over straight onto a USB drive. Job done. Now, interesting, if you open the folder up, you'll see that your Internet Explorer favourites are also in there by default. However, when we go to the Linux Mint operating system, you will not be using Internet Explorer. This is very important. Over time you might have built up a whole ton of bookmarks, etc, etc, that you want to keep and take with you. So you need to do that directly out of Microsoft Internet Explorer itself. So let's open up Microsoft Internet Explorer. As you can see, I've got some shortcuts here. Not many, but I mean a lot of people will have a whole ton of bookmarks down here. And what we're going to do is just click on File, click on Import and Export, and click Export to a file. Click Next. Put a check in anything you want to export. I'm only going to export the favourites. Click Next. Select the folder that you want to export. I'm going to export all my favourites. So I'm going to leave that selected as it is. If you just wanted to do the shortcuts on this bar here, you could just highlight the favourites bar or whatever you want. But I'm going to do the lot. Click Next. It says now type or browse to a file. It's going to be called bookmark. I'm going to leave that as it is in my documents. Click on Export. Click Finish. Okay, so let's close that down. If we now go into my documents, you should see there's now a file there called bookmark, and that's fantastic. So that when I copy my Steve file across, that will come across with it. I can later restore those bookmarks into something like Firefox or Chrome or whatever we decide to use, and I'll be doing videos on that for you later on in the series, how to restore all your bookmarks, etc. Just make sure that you get all your folders and everything that you wanted to save saved. Okay, so with that all done, once you've got all your current data backed up and nice and safe, the next thing you need to do is open your web browser. So I'll stick with Internet Explorer for now. I'm going to go to Google. linux.co.uk because I'm in the UK, and in here just type in Linux space Mint and press enter. Whatever, I can't be bothered. Okay, and the first one that comes up should be linuxmint.com. Left click on that. Okay, and this puts you into the Linux Mint homepage. So here are all the different flavours of Linux Mint. Okay, now my series is going to cover using Linux Mint 15 with the Cinnamon desktop interface, but you have a whole ton of options here that you can choose. If you don't know what any of these options are, please go ahead and download the version I've got, which is Linux Mint 15 Cinnamon. Okay, so all you need to do is click on the Linux Mint 15. Now you have a choice of both Mate and Cinnamon interfaces. I've chosen this one, which is Cinnamon. I suggest you do the same. So all you need to do is scroll down and look at your headers. So HTTP mirrors for the Cinnamon 32-bit DVD ISO. That is what you want. Scroll down and select the country server that is in your country. I'm going to go to Bytemart Hosting in the UK. Left click on it and then left click save. Okay, and that's it. All you have to do, select where you want to save it. Yeah, I'll save it in Linux distros. There you go, and left click save, and that's it. That will now download your Linux Mint ISO ready for you to install it. Okay, just while that's downloading, a couple of other things I just want to say. You know, make sure you've got all your files and your folders and your pictures and absolutely everything all backed up, and that you've tested that. Don't just copy your files and folders and that's it. Make sure you can then go to the place where you've copied them to. Make sure you can open them up, access them, make sure they work okay. Once that's done and you've exported all your favourites, you are then ready to have a bash at installing Linux Mint. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. You could do just a full install, flatten the machine. That is what personally I heartily recommend. However, you can also do a dual boot install. I will be covering both for you in the upcoming videos. So there you go. That's pretty much everything prepared and good to go. Obviously, if you've got any specific save games or whatever on here, then you'll need to go to those files and folders and back those up as well. Any problems with doing that, you can always PM underneath this video and I'll do my best to answer all the questions for you as quickly as possible. So there you go. We're now in a position where we've got our Linux Mint coming down. We've backed everything up off our Windows XP machine, and the next stage really is to decide what medium we're going to create to do the installation of Linux Mint. So in the next video I'll be covering whether you do a DVD, a USB thumb drive, whatever. We'll cover all those options in simple, easy, clean, plain English. So hopefully you can all follow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, thumb the videos up. I'll see you all really soon for another wicked Puppy Linux World of Mint video.